Hey everybody, I'm Josh. Thank you. On the show this week, I am feeling very thankful. This is Shit Talkin. So to make it, I just want to be clear real quick and make an announcement. We here in Illinois are under Tier 3 mitigations for COVID, which means no indoor dining at bars and restaurants. It's takeout or carry out or delivery. No, I believe IHSA either paused or canceled their season for winter sports. They're asking people not to leave the house except for work or to get necessities. And they're urging people not to get together for Thanksgiving outside of your household. My family today decided not to spend Thanksgiving together. It's like I told them I would rather not spend it with you this year and spend it Thanksgiving with you 5 years from now. So whatever you and your family decide to do, I just ask that you do it safely and you have a good holiday. But for the sake of my host chat monologue, we're going to pretend like I still have plans, okay? Okay. Just keep that between us. I also tell you that because the applause you heard tonight and the one you'll hear the rest of the season was of my production crew. In the better interest of everyone's health, I've decided not to have a studio audience. It was devastating. I came here to film and literally had to turn away fives of tens of people. So I just felt it better to not have an audience. So production crew has to be here anyway. They have to pretend to like me, at least while we're filming. So why not make them do it, right? Right. Anyway, back to this week's show. I don't have to bring up that it's the holidayinsights.com, even though I just mentioned it. Because we're celebrating a holiday this week that we all know about. We all celebrate it every year anyway, except for this year, which makes my statement moot. But anyway, and Thanksgiving means two things to me. It means for me to take time and be thankful for everything that I have in my life and everyone that I have in my life. And what everyone and everything means to me. And it also is the beginning of a 6-week period where you're going to be spending a lot of more flipping time with your family. And I don't know about you, and maybe it's the added stress of it being a holiday, but I get more anxiety being around my family. I can take my family. I love my family. Don't get me wrong. I love my family. But I can only take them in small groups. There's 14 of us in the immediate family. That's a lot of people in a small house. So, yeah. I've just realized that I just need to grab my Xanax, grab my Mike's Hard Lemonade, my straight jacket, and hunker down because it's coming. So start preparing. Lots of family time coming up. But I love my family. Back to this week's show. So on this week's show, I am going to share with you just a few things that I'm thankful for. And one of them is my unofficial first segment. It's time for another cheesy monologue. It was rumored that 2 gay characters in Disney's Finding Dory were said to be lesbians. Fans grew suspicious that every scene they were in was at a Home Depot. According to a recent report, over 1 billion people in India don't have access to the internet, and it's sad because most of them work in IT. Former White House Communications Director Anthony Scaramucci has a minority stake in the New York Mets, which is, ironically, minority stake is what President Trump calls barbecued ribs. A gay couple recently kissed on the kiss cam at a Cubs game, but the lesbians were too busy watching the game. A 16-year-old from Compton is attempting to break a world record for being the youngest African-American pilot to fly across the continental U.S. Oh, wait, hold on. Breaking news. He just got pulled over. I have to say, just take a break real quick. I have to say that the economy sucks right now. And I'm urging everyone to shop local. Because help out your community stores. Because the corporations have money, for the most part. Please shop local. Anyway. And our economy's taken a big hit because of COVID. It's taken such a big hit that it's time for another edition of... The economy is so bad, rappers are getting their teeth bronzed. The economy is so bad that my TV remote has a menu and a dollar menu button. The economy is so bad, porn stars are actually having to deliver pizzas. The economy is so bad that Colonel Sanders was caught eating fried chicken at the Golden Corral. The economy is so bad that I turned on The Biggest Loser and saw my 401k. The economy is so bad that Hillary Clinton deleted all of her emails except from the Groupon. Here's this week's point to ponder. Is it wrong for me to drive out to the farm 3 weeks before Thanksgiving and taunt my turkey? And as I say that, I realize that it sounded dirty. But I didn't mean it like that. Sorry. Anyway. The TV drama Person of Interest came under fire after killing off its lesbian character, unsure of who the culprit was, but several suspects were fingered. In a recent study, lesbians are more likely to drink beer than straight women, especially if it's Busch. Male job applicants are less likely to be hired if they, quote, sound too gay, end quote. But on the flip side, I got a show. Old Dominion University, this is my favorite joke of the night. Hold on. Old Dominion University excitedly announced that the engineering department has hired their first black dean, and surprisingly, their first white Jamarcus. Oh, that's a great one. According to a recent article, more women are using an app on their phones to track their menstrual cycle, which begs the question, how do they get it up there? A fire department in Italy recently had to help a woman break out of her chastity belt after she lost the key. Studies indicate that it was the first time any fire department has helped a stuck pussy not in a tree. And finally, the TSA has issued some special packing tips for travelers before Thanksgiving weekend. They say not to bring food, sharp tools, or any shred of dignity. The first thing I have to say that I'm thankful for this year, officially, we're starting the show now, is technology. Think about it. Without technology, I wouldn't know when your birthday is. I wouldn't know when anyone's phone number. I wouldn't know what my former college dorm roommate had for breakfast when I haven't spoken to him in 8 years. I wouldn't know anything. And technology is starting to scare me because it's starting to be smarter than we are. At least when I'm text messaging. And sometimes it gets it right. But sometimes it gets it really, really wrong. And I put them in this segment that I call Auto Not Correct. This one's not so much an autocorrect as it is just the wrong kind of person. Dude, call me. I lost my phone. Question mark. Hurry, I might have text messages. Oh, haha, wait, I found it. How much have you smoked? Not quite enough. Next up. You are definitely coming here for Christmas, right? I am cooking ham. Yes, I am bringing drugs. Oh, like hell you are. Don't you even think about bringing drugs into this house, Melissa. Wow, chill, Mom. I meant I'm bringing Doug. Well, why didn't you say that? I did. My phone didn't. OMG, the cops are here and my neighbor is being arrested for something. OMG, for what? I don't know yet, but he's cuffed and the cop read him his banana rights, so it sounds serious. His banana rights, ha ha ha. Oh my god, I'm dying. You have the right to a banana. If you cannot afford one, a really crappy one will be provided to you. LOL, oops. My inner thighs hurt. Mine are good. I have genital soreness. My arms are tired. Genital soreness? LOL. General FML. Autocorrect is a damn dirty bitch. OMG, I can't breathe. I'm dying over here. I just read it to everybody and they're laughing too. That is kind of funny. Hey, I made some cake and I have a secret ingredient. Want to know what it is? What is it? Vaginal extract. Just don't tell anybody. Excuse me? OMG, vanilla. That is a cake I don't want to eat. This next one is not so much an autocorrect as someone telling people about an autocorrect on Twitter. Autocorrect just changed Jesus Christ to Jesus Heist. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go off and write the biggest movie of 2021. I would go see that movie. That sounds like an amazing movie. Having a hard time sleeping, trying to find the right relaxation sound to lull me into La La Land. I'm thinking genital thunderstorm. What do you think? Oh God. Genital. 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 WTF. Genital. Ah! No wonder you can't sleep. Father's Day is coming and I just overheard your dad say he wants a new dick. A new dick. He said he wants a new dick. Shit dick. A new shit dick. Got it. Thanks, Mom. I'm calling you. Why didn't you answer? I got the point. He wants a shit dick. I'm fighting with Mike. Again? OMG, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's bad. I think it's this. I think that it's it this time. He just drove off with his mom's corpse. Well, at least it wasn't yours. And it was hers. I totally just read all those. No. Here we go. And finally, for this segment, I got an A in Chem. WTF, well done. Mom, what do you think WTF means? Well, that's fantastic. I'm sorry, Mom. You get it. Yeah. The next thing I'm thankful for is my family. Like I said, I love my family, just in small doses. However, every time we get together, it's picture time. I don't mind my picture being taken. Obviously, I do a show. Excuse me. But when I have to take a picture after church on Christmas Eve, and then before brunch Christmas Day, and then before lunch Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and then before we open, that's too many times. I don't need my picture taken. I know what you looked like 3 hours ago. Okay? So I thought it would be fun to take a look at some family photos that are quite funny. And I did it in another episode. I thought I would make a segment out of it. So I'm calling it funny family photos. And I know the photo is spelled wrong.
Drop it.
If I were the man in this picture, I would be glad that I'm bald too. I don't get why families dress in costume. You're going to look at that 30 years from now and be like, what were we thinking? Because we're looking at the picture now and asking you, what were you thinking? Just saying. This next one is actually really cute, especially if you're just announcing you're pregnant. Baby, apple juice, beer. Quite funny. This next one is definitely a sign of the times. And I'm proud of parents that allow their children to express themselves, however that may be. Gay, lesbian, whatever. I'm hoping that that's what was going on here. Okay. If you were a photographer and you told people how to pose, excuse me, and in posing them a certain way, something looked a little off, wouldn't you catch it? You know, catch something like this. It's not that hard. No pun intended. This next one, okay. So it's a woman holding two children. One, and each child is holding a toy, and what I hope is a toy. And the look on the child's face that's holding what I hope is a toy is really scary. I love when people put pictures of their dog, or put their pets in their pictures. I love it. I'd put Taser in one of mine. I take pictures of us all the time. I just don't tell anybody because I look ugly in them. Anyway. As long as the animals get along. And so, okay, I'm just going to show you the picture first. Make sure your dogs get along. Okay, I'm going to pull it away right now. Now, I'm going to show it to you again. And I want you to look at the person in the middle. I don't know if he's like actually smiling or if he's like scared that his face is going to be ripped off. I get his fear. So, excuse me. Moving right along. You'll understand what I'm saying when I show you the picture, but I think Nancy can pull her pants down a little bit. And Taser doesn't have to snore so loud. And finally, again, I love pets in pictures. But make sure they're not in heat. Anyway. And finally, in this episode, I am thankful for my laziness. Because if I wasn't lazy, no one else in this world can say that they're not lazy, because look at yourselves. You're sitting here watching a show on the internet instead of doing something. But thank you for watching the show on the internet. Anyway, we all have our little lazinesses. And in order to be able to do that laziness, we have to do some hacks now and then. Which is why I thought it would be a great time to do one of my favorite segments, You're a Hack, Thanksgiving edition. Alright, here's the first one. And it doesn't have to be your great grandma's real pearls, but to get the perfect design on your pie crust, use a set of pearls. Could you imagine if someone used it like their diamond ring? Oh, that looks like a 14 karat cake. I just thought of that one on the top of my head. Anyway, are you making a lot of baked potatoes and don't have room in your pan to boil them all? Put them in a dishwasher. Not only will it sanitize them, but it'll be easier to peel. And I'll put the link in the description where I got these hacks. So if you want to know more about any of these, please go to the link in the description below. So I don't understand the folding. I'm going to have to look at this one a little bit closer. But in order to help your crust from not burning when you're baking your pies, use tin foil around the edge of your pie. For extra fluffy mashed potatoes, use a little baking powder. Who knew? My sister would know about this one if she knew about it, because we all make our fresh biscuits right from scratch. I'm always in charge of the biscuits, and I love making them, especially when you go and you pop them open. I'm the best biscuit layer in my family. It's true. However, I said my sister would like it because she might take over making fresh biscuits because you use a wine glass to get the perfect shape. Who knew? If you want a little bit more zest in your gravy, add a little soy sauce. This one is a great idea. If you're making from scratch biscuits, pie crust, baked or mashed potatoes, get a frozen stick of butter and like shred it into the dough. And so it'll already be buttery and flaky. Here's another one about boiling baked potatoes. It helps get the skin off instead of having to peel them. I know everyone complains about peeling potatoes. This looks actually very delicious, and I really want to try it. Hint, hint, Katie. Cut an apple in half, dig out the inside, and pour in some caramel. How amazing does this look? Delicious. Speaking of apples, if you're making an apple pie, feel free to cut them and put them in some cold water to help keep them from browning. So, that is the end of the show. So, let me get to that script really quick. I do want to take a minute and say one more thing that I'm thankful for, and that's all of you for watching. I love putting these shows together and putting them online. I've even thought I mentioned previously, there's no way in hell that I would have ever done this a year ago, but now here I am on my 3rd season. I currently have 19 followers, which is 19 more followers than I thought I would ever have. And I want to thank you all for taking the time to watch my video for the most part. Under 30 minutes. I try to keep them under 30 minutes. But that's 30 minutes of your personal time that you're taking to watch me. And so I cannot begin to express how much it means to me. And that is one more thing that I am thankful for. That's all of you guys, all 19 of you, for watching. There might be more than 19, I don't know. Anyway. Be sure to join me next week as we take another look at another multiple holiday episode. We'll be covering 3 holidays in one episode. Tune in to find out what holidays they are. And you need to start adding to some of these to your calendar. One of them I'm talking about next week is you'll want to know about. It's called a tease in the biz. Anyway. If you see something funny you think I should know or see or even share on the show, there's my social media accounts. Also, if you are offended by any of my jokes, please feel free to let me know at my email address. Please feel free to, or I'm not please feel free to, but I'm asking, begging, whatever you want to call it, to like, subscribe, and ring the bell anytime one of my videos gets posted. You never know, I might put up bonus ones. With all that said, thank you so much for watching. Please, again, no matter what you and your family choose to do, please do it safely. Have a great holiday. And until next time, everyone, please stay safe. Let me start that over. Stay healthy, stay safe, stop the hate, and come back anytime you need some shit talking.